Okay, we're live. We're on now. So thank you for joining me today. I've got Eric Ruhl from Nutshell, and you're going to be talking about some of the other businesses you and your partner are involved with as well. But
Yeah.
just as an introduction, can you just say what it is that your business does?
Right. So I'm Eric from Nutshell, which is a lifestyle shop. So it covers anything from home decoration to clothing, jewelry, flowers, all sorts of stuff. So it's
Hmm.
all encompassing for anything to do with your home or your garden.
Okay, and it's in Bridge of Allan, as I think a lot of people know you and know the shop. And how long have you had it for?
Well, we've took it over. We took over in October 2018. So we're a year and a half in, and so it's been all going pretty well. But obviously, we're not very happy with what's going on just now.
No, I can imagine. And I
Mhm.
suppose, like any business that is classed as non-essential, you had to close your doors as well.
We closed on the 22nd of March. Yeah, so that was that, and which it was a hard thing to do, and it still is. So yeah, we had to furlough the staff, which thankfully went through okay. But we're now, rearing to reopen because, of course, we've got a certain amount of our stuff is perishable. Let's say so. It's seasonal.
Mm,
And if we're not getting to open pretty soon, we're going to be having a lot of stock for the wrong season, and not the money to rebuy for the next for the autumn season.
yeah.
So thankfully, we also managed to get the business grant,
Hmm.
which is helpful. So we hopefully will we'll manage our way through a very narrow path, but hopefully we'll once we open, we'll get there.
And have you been able to do any online trade? Is that something you do anyway, or is it not possible
Well,
for you?
you know what? I'm a very analog kind of guy. So I mean, social media, and it's a nightmare. I find it really tricky. So we now got Lucy Shaw on board, who's a young, very bright girl, and she's doing that site for us.
Mm,
Uh, but the thing is that we got a local guy to do a new website for us,
hmm.
which was very it's a really nice looking website, but it only went live sort of beginning of January,
Okay.
and it's very tricky to organize all the stock lines and whatnot. So it's been not very organized, but it's getting there now. But of course, people need to find us, and that's seemingly that's another, that's these kind of technical things that I thought that's what for social media is for, to
Yeah.
drive people to the website. But it's funny that in the last week, I mean, I cracked open a bottle of champagne because I had a sale, my first sale ever on the online platform. It was fantastic. I was
Fantastic.
so happy. It's like, Christ, it was only a small sale. So, but I just felt wonderful, and I thought, right, that's it. We're cooking with gas here, boys. So,
Yeah.
but that was it. And but we have, and just in the last week, we had a lot of inquiries and phone orders and whatnot. Suddenly, we had none since the middle of March, and then in the last week, I've just had about maybe 6, 7 sales or something like that, which is well, it's better than nothing, I suppose. But it feels, God, there's still, there's a business to be had out there. So it's
Yeah. Absolutely.
that's the issue is like because I'm so um, um, rearing to open up and show us to show the people the new lines we've got in. We can't do much about it, and you just think we're going to open the doors and we're just going to go back to the 22nd of March, which is in my when I when I wake up in the morning, every morning I wake up and say, Jesus, this is real. This is for real. This what's going on.
Mm.
But wish, you could go back, but realistically, it's probably not going to be like that. But so it's going to be hard for a lot of businesses, and hopefully Bridge of Allan is maybe slightly sheltered from the real hardships that people have to go through. But so I keep the fingers crossed that we're there's we still be okay in surviving it.
Yeah. No, I think I pretty much feel the same. I hope that as soon as they say that the lockdown will be eased or will be over, it's all going to be back to normal. But who knows? There are still a lot of people who past furloughing will maybe lose their jobs, and I think that can have a negative effect, of course, on people spending money, of course. So our business and a lot of the people I've spoken to over the last 2 weeks now on these lowdown sessions have said the same. They are worried, but they do everything that they can, be it with their website or be it cranking up social media, so more people actually find them and maybe place online orders. And a lot of business have managed to change their working practices and are actually generating sales. And it sounds like you've seen the beginning of that with your website as well.
Yeah, that's right. And it's the social media, like we get a lot of traction on the social media. It just doesn't translate in sales. I just cannot. I don't know what it is. People say, "Oh, our business done fantastic," and also, I say, how do you get to that point? How do you manage that? And I speak to people all the time about it now, because it's like, what is the magic that makes a website work and that people find you? And we've got kind of a funny address. It's www.nutshell.store. It's not .co.uk or .com. I don't know if that's got something to do with it. But if you type in Nutshell in the search bar, we don't come up. So you think it's a very regular, normal name, Nutshell, but it's just this .store. Maybe it's got something to do with it. But anyway, we got our first sale. I'm very happy, and it's open. And hopefully in a year's time, it'll be a different ballgame.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
I can see the Facebook and Instagram is very important to the business, because you get a lot of interaction from people, and because we've got a lot of very interesting products. I mean, we work really hard to find, really nice products. And if you put it out on Facebook or Instagram, people see it and say, "Oh, this is great! This is amazing!" So, yeah, but
and Instagram is very visual as well, isn't it? So I can imagine that your sort of business works very well on Instagram, where you can actually show products and for people to like them and find them and hopefully go to nutshell.store. I mean, I'm not a marketing or social media expert, and so I wouldn't be able to advise you on it, but I could imagine that Nutshell is just such a common term on the internet that it's difficult to just stand out by simply having that name. You probably need to drive traffic to it, and every social media activity I know helps getting your brand known and people to find you and then hopefully purchase something from your shop as well.
Yeah, exactly.
What about the other business? Can you talk a little bit about your partner Rona and the Secret Garden?
That's Secret Garden flower shop in Dunblane, which is another really exciting business, and we're hoping to, in the near future, just make it more of a link, that people know that the two businesses are, well, not linked, but we're coming from the same stable, let's say. And we have a nice, I mean, it's a fantastic business, a really good shop. The only problem is, again, Rona took it over on the 8th of January, so she just managed to get Valentine's Day, my birthday, and Mother's Day, and then it was closed. So she just managed to get 2 good days, which thankfully, so a little bit of a buffer to sort of sing this out to get through this. Just 2 months, 8 weeks of trading, and that was it. You had to close down.
Timing,
and it's hard, So, but we've used the time we've gone in there, got the paintbrushes out, and we made it. It looks very different now. It's very, very exciting, and I think people appreciate it once we get back open again. You are a good customer to us, and various other businesses in Dunblane. So hopefully we can pick up, because again, it's a service, so I hope it's not going to suffer too much. Where from my, a nutshell, from that point of view, it's like, maybe they're luxuries, like where flowers is a business that hopefully will continue much as it did before. Well, again, this is what we're keeping the fingers crossed, that's what will happen. And Rona's looking at opening pretty soon. There's lots of floors already open.
Oh,
Because
okay, I didn't realize that.
behind closed doors, and it's tough because these guys that we do a lot of business with are from Holland. They come over once a week, and they haven't been able to do that at all. So so the supply and the prices are a bit different now. So it's a bit more difficult. So Ron is hanging back a little bit just to not open just yet, because you don't want to spoil the brand name by having not the best flowers, or kind of maybe a bit more boring flowers, to put it that way.
Yeah.
So
if you can't get your supplies, you're fighting with one hand behind your back.
Yes, but the supplies are starting to come through now. So hopefully next week or so, then you can't open the shop. You can't open the shop, but you can work behind closed doors, because sad as it is, funerals go on. Of course, all the weddings are cancelled. 100% of weddings are cancelled. So that business is all gone. Hotel business is gone. So at the moment, you just have to try and make do with people who want to give each other flowers. So the phone's ringing constantly for Rona, which is frustrating, because you can't do anything about it, and having to disappoint people saying, sorry, we can't deliver till maybe next week or 2 weeks from now or something.
Yeah.
So
completely understand.
It looks great. The shop looks great now. So it's
I actually saw you with a paintbrush out there the other week. So you've done something to the outside as well, or was it just inside?
That's also getting done. Yes, it's but we're doing the inside. We're just people need to come and see this. It's quite different, very attractive. And the front will get a new color, and we're going to get a new logo and sort of thing. So, and again, the website's going to go in the wind. We need to push that as well, the social media site and the website. Although that's been up and running for years now.
Yeah.
We just need to work a bit harder on that to get a wider audience.
And you guys split it very much, that you do Nutshell and Rona does Secret Garden, or is it all one?
Well, it's a bit of it's like, remember that from years ago, this guy would be spinning plates on the telly. He comes with his on these sticks. They would spin plates, and they need to keep the plate going. And it feels a bit like that, It's just, because what we do is, like, for Nutshell, we used to go over on the ferry and then go to Holland, Belgium, Germany, just collecting, picking up stock for the shop, just but obviously we can't do that now. And now that Rona is committed to the flower shop, it's always nice to have somebody to bounce off and to run some about seeing products. But when you're just one person, you come back with a lot of rubbish, maybe, I don't know. But so it's just but we're managing. So it's
But you're helping each other. It's not like you wouldn't help out in one business and Rona wouldn't help out in Nutshell.
Yeah. It's funny, when I went deliveries, I did the deliveries for the that was the Mother's Day time, and I would go around helping out, delivering bouquets and stuff around Bridge of Allan and Dunblane, and I would go to somebody's door, and then people look at me and they recognize me from Nutshell, and I'm standing there with flowers, and they're like, "What?
That's confusing."
Going on? So it's funny. But we're helping each other out, and so it's manageable. So it's fine.
And the third business, can I ask you about upholstery? That's how I always knew you in as upholstery service. Is that still going?
I've put that shelved for the moment, because that's just too much. But what I've done since we've been closed, I'm creating a workshop upstairs in the shop, small kind of a workshop, because we moved house recently, and I lost my workshop from my last place. So, but I'm creating a workspace upstairs in the shop, so I can, do smaller jobs. I wouldn't drag sofas up the stairs,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can do maybe headboards, footstools, lounge chairs, that sort of thing. And people like to see some industry in, there's something going on in a shop. So I'm quite look forward to that. It just makes it maybe a bit more interesting as well.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I think as soon as we're open again, we are legally allowed to go out to businesses. I like to come over as well. I think I haven't been in your shop for a little while, and be interesting to see again. I was going through your photos on Facebook earlier, and you've got one picture sort of from up above, which I think I've used on one of my announcements, and you can see how colorful the store is. It looks really nice.
Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, people enjoying it, so it's it's just a bit different, and I'm always getting told off, but I always like to say it's the best shop in the UK, but the people just say it's in central Scotland or something, but not the UK surely. But I think it is. I'm excited about the business, and people. It's it's a story that I used to own this shop, and I sold it in 2007, and it's very good business then. And as circumstances came about that I took over again so people recognize me from before, but they see how different the shop is now, and it's more lifestyle, not so much furniture as it used to be, and people enjoy it. People really enjoying it. So usually very good comments. So it's nice. Yeah.
And apart from the business, what's been going on during the lockdown in your house? Obviously, I know Rona. You got kids? Do they live with you, or?
Yeah. They're both furloughed, so
Okay.
it's a challenge sometimes, but we're fine. We're doing okay, and they can't wait to go back to work now as well. It's just, what is it, 7 weeks now, and it's but we're thankfully we're not things going fine. Things go absolutely fine, but we're all getting a bit bored now. Just it feels a bit like the same, that you wake up and you say, well, it's kind of the same routine, and so you know what to expect, which makes life a little bit boring, but
a bit Groundhog Day like.
The biggest discussion is about what's going to be for dinner, and that kind of thing. And my dog Murphy, I mean, he's just can't believe his luck. He just gets every day like 2-hour walks, and he's thinking it's all brilliant. But of
Best
course,
time ever for dogs, I think.
Yeah, that's right. So, but I've been approached by the police a few times, and I like to walk maybe around the university and that sort of the Airfield Loch, or so there's nice walks, and but the police, say, where do you live? And say I'm local, so okay, and just
They don't believe it with your accent.
Pardon?
They don't believe you're local with your accent.
Hey, I've got my settled status after I don't know how many months. I was refused. I've been here for nearly 30 years paying tax, and they said, you're not recognized. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm not recognized? And so just 2 days ago, I finally got my message. So I've reached settled status, and oh well, there's another reason to crack open a bottle of wine or something.
Congratulations. Yeah, it's always a good reason for some wine, isn't there?
Any excuse. Oh my God. Yeah, and it's a shame because they don't collect the glass, so you look at your pile of glass as a bit of an embarrassment, but
I think you need to hide some in your garage. We have the same problem. It looks like we're drinking too much. Definitely.
That's right. Yeah. Yes.
Very good. All right. Well, I think we should probably wrap it up because we're on 19 minutes now.
Okay. All right.
And but it's been great to talk to you. And I'll see you around with your paintbrush outside the secret garden soon. And when it's all over, when we can go out, then I'm sure I'll see you inside one of your shops. And if anybody wants to find you, where should we send them to? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram or website?
Yeah, so the website is www.nutshell.store, and then the what do you call it? The Instagram is at nutshell B of A. Nutshell Bridge of Allan, Nutshell BOK. So and there's lots of stuff on there, and just have a look, and it's very surprising, and people are really into their wild animals. I just wonder what houses look like. My customers, the monkeys, lions, bears, anything animal cells, and we got lots of it, so it's good.
Super. I'll make sure I link to those web addresses in the comments as well, so it would make it easy for people to find you.
All right. Thank you very much. It's good talking to you.
Okay. Super. Nice to talk to you too. I'm going to stop this live now, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks, Marcus.